All right, looks like we have another deep dive on our hands, and this time it's all about TTP-399.
Yeah.
You know, you might also know this as Cadisegliatin.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to untangle everything about this drug, from how it works to its potential impact on the world of type 1 diabetes treatment.
Right.
And trust me, this is a story with some twists and turns.
Yeah.
Novo Nordisk initially researched this, and then they licensed it out to Pharma,
Okay.
who later rebranded as VTV Therapeutics.
Right.
Now, after some ups and downs, including a recent FDA hold that thankfully has been lifted,
Yeah.
TTP-399 is back on track and generating quite a buzz.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
What makes this drug so captivating is its potential to be the first oral adjunct therapy to insulin for type 1 diabetes.
So no more needles.
Potentially, yeah.
That's a big deal for people
So you
dealing
can-
with daily injections.
Absolutely.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's rewind a bit. What exactly is going on at a molecular level? How does TTP-399 actually work its magic?
So at its core, TTP-399 is a liver-selective glucokinase activator.
Okay.
Now, glucokinase, you can think of it as a tiny glucose sensor in your liver,
All right.
plays a critical role in regulating your blood sugar levels. TTP-399 essentially tweaks this sensor, making the liver more efficient at storing and using glucose.
So it's like fine-tuning the liver's glucose management system.
Exactly.
But what makes this so revolutionary for type 1 diabetes specifically?
So think about the core problem in type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
The pancreas isn't producing enough insulin.
Right.
Current treatments focus on replacing that missing insulin,
Yeah.
which, as you know, comes with the constant risk of hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar.
Right.
TT-399 is different.
Okay.
It focuses on the liver, completely bypassing insulin production.
Uh-huh.
This means it can help manage blood sugar without adding to that hypoglycemia risk.
Okay, so it's sidestepping the whole insulin production issue.
Yeah.
That's a pretty elegant solution, especially considering the constant tightrope walk type 1 diabetes patients face with their blood sugar.
Yeah.
You mentioned Novo Nordisk was initially involved.
Right.
Why did they step back from this seemingly promising drug?
So Novo Nordisk was actually a pioneer in glucokinase activator research.
Okay.
However, their earlier attempts focused on GKAs that acted on both the liver and the pancreas.
Okay.
This dual action led to an overstimulation of insulin,
Oh.
causing, ironically, the very hypoglycemia they were trying to avoid.
So it's kind of a Goldilocks situation. They needed to find the right balance. TTP-399's liver-specific approach seems to be that just right solution then.
Precisely. And Novo Nordisk, even though they shifted focus to other treatments, recognized the potential of this liver-specific approach
Okay.
and decided to license TTP-399 to Pharma rather than abandoning it altogether.
It's interesting how sometimes stepping back can lead to an even bigger breakthrough down the line. So Pharma, which later rebranded as VTV Therapeutics, takes the reins. What happens next in this medical drama?
So VTV Therapeutics really embraced TTP-399, dedicating resources to clinical trials for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. But it was the phase 2 trial for type 1 called Simplicity-1 that really sent shockwaves through the medical community.
What was so groundbreaking about the Simplicity-1 trial? Did it live up to the hype?
The Simplicity-1 results were remarkable.
Yeah.
They show that TTP-399 used alongside insulin therapy significantly improved blood sugar control for those with type 1 diabetes. Here's the kicker. It achieved this without increasing the risk of hypoglycemia or ketoacidosis.
That's the holy grail of type 1 diabetes treatment, isn't it?
It is.
Finding something that actually improves blood sugar control without adding those extra risks.
Absolutely. It's a major leap forward.
Yeah.
But just as things were looking incredibly promising, there was a sudden plot twist in 2024. The FDA slapped a clinical hold on TTP-399 due to an unexplained signal they found in a lab study looking at the drug's metabolism.
That must have been a gut punch for VTV Therapeutics.
Oh, absolutely.
And the patients eagerly awaiting this potential treatment.
Yeah.
What was that signal, and did they ever figure out what caused it?
It was a moment of uncertainty, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Luckily, no patients had started the phase 3 trial yet.
Okay.
And all previous studies had shown a really good safety profile for TTP-399, which offered some reassurance.
Right.
Fast forward to March of this year, and VTV Therapeutics delivered some fantastic news.
Okay.
They were able to prove to the FDA that the signal was just a lab artifact a quirk of the testing process and not a problem with the drug itself.
So a false alarm.
Exactly.
That's a huge sigh of relief for everyone involved.
Yes, definitely.
So the clinical hold was lifted, and TTP-399 is back on track.
Back on track and with a renewed sense of urgency.
Nice.
They've even streamlined their phase 3 trial, the TAT-TT1 trial, to speed up data collection. Now they're expecting it to wrap up sometime in 2026.
That's great news, but let's back up for a second.
Sure.
Why all this buzz around TTP-399? What makes it stand out from other treatments or potential treatments in the pipeline?
So there's a confluence of factors that make TTP-399 so compelling.
Yeah.
First and foremost, the science is robust.
Okay.
This isn't just hype. There's solid data from multiple trials to back up its potential.
Right.
And the FDA clearly recognizes this potential, granting it breakthrough therapy designation.
Hold on. Can you unpack that designation for us?
Sure.
What does it actually mean in practical terms?
That breakthrough therapy designation is a big deal.
Okay.
It signals that the FDA sees TTP-399 as a potential solution to an unmet medical need.
Yeah.
This allows for an expedited review process, potentially getting the drug to patients faster.
So it's not just a scientific pat on the back. It has real-world implications for how quickly this drug could be available if it proves successful in phase 3.
Absolutely. Then there's the safety data,
Yeah.
which has been consistently positive.
Right.
Remember, TTP-399's mechanism of action sidesteps that risk of hypoglycemia, which has been a major stumbling block for other treatments.
Right.
Add to that the fact that we're talking about the first potential oral adjunct therapy for type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
And you can understand why there's so much excitement.
It's like all the pieces are falling into place for this to be a real game changer.
Yeah, it really is.
But let's talk numbers for a second.
Okay.
What's the market potential here?
The global market for type 1 diabetes is already enormous.
Yeah.
And it's projected to keep growing, exceeding $25 billion by the early 2030s.
Wow, that's a lot of zeros.
Yeah.
So we're potentially talking about TTP-399 becoming a blockbuster drug.
If the phase 3 trial delivers the result everyone is anticipating,
Right.
and the FDA gives it the green light,
Yeah.
TTP-399 could very well become a billion-dollar therapy. It's that significant.
Okay, I think we've set the stage pretty well here. We've got a drug with a unique mechanism of action, a solid safety profile, and the potential to make a real difference for millions of people.
It's very promising.
But of course, it's not just VTV Therapeutics working in a vacuum.
Right.
They've also got some strategic partnerships in play, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They've teamed up with Cenerex Pharma for financial and strategic support,
Okay.
which is crucial for navigating the complex and costly later stages of drug development.
Yeah.
And their partnership with G42 Healthcare is focused on research infrastructure and commercialization planning, helping them prepare for a successful global launch.
So it's not just about the science, it's about having the right support system in place to navigate the business side of things as well.
Right.
And I can't help but wonder, with all this buzz around TTP-399, are there any other players eyeing this potential blockbuster?
It wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
Companies like Novo Nordisk, who still hold royalty rights, might be interested in reacquiring TTP-399. And keep in mind, other major players in the diabetes market, like Eli Lilly, Sanofi, or even AstraZeneca, could see this as a prime opportunity to expand their portfolios.
So it sounds like we've got a potential bidding war brewing. Yeah, this is getting more and more intriguing by the minute.
It's a high-stakes game, that's for sure. But for VTV Therapeutics, the most crucial element right now is securing strong patent protection for TTP-399.
The legal battles. So tell me, how long can they potentially lock down those exclusive rights?
So their composition of matter patents are currently set to run through 2029.
Okay.
With the possibility of extensions.
All right.
Plus, they've been proactive in filing for additional patents related to the drug's formulation and potential use in combination therapies.
So they're building a pretty solid legal fortress around TTP-399.
They are.
It's a smart move, especially with so much potential at stake.
Absolutely.
It's like we're watching a medical thriller unfold in real time. The science, the business, the potential impact.
It's also captivating.
And we haven't even delved into the potential societal implications of a successful oral therapy for type 1 diabetes.
That's a perfect segue to the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We've laid the groundwork exploring the science, the history, the business landscape, and the sheer potential of TTP-399.
Yeah.
But what would a world with a safe and effective oral therapy for type 1 diabetes actually look like?
Right.
What would it mean for patients, for healthcare systems, for the future of diabetes treatment, and beyond?
Those are the questions we'll tackle next. Get ready to dive even deeper as we explore the potential ripple effects of TTP-399 and what a successful outcome should mean for the future of healthcare.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. We've explored the science, the history, the business landscape, and the patent maneuvering. All fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
But what really matters is the human impact.
Right.
What could a successful oral therapy like TTP-399 mean for people actually living with type 1 diabetes? That's where it gets really exciting. Imagine a world where daily insulin injections aren't the only option for managing type 1 diabetes. While insulin will likely remain a crucial part of treatment. TTP-399 offers a less invasive, more convenient path to better blood sugar control.
So no more needles. That's a huge burden lifted, especially for kids and teens who've grown up with this disease. Can you paint a picture of how this might change things for a typical patient?
Think about the everyday anxieties of type 1 diabetes. Constantly monitoring blood sugar, calculating insulin doses, the fear of hypoglycemia lurking around every corner. TTP-399 has the potential to alleviate much of that burden. Offering more freedom and flexibility. It could mean fewer injections, less worry about those dangerous lows, and maybe even fewer doctor's visits.
That sounds like a real game changer, not just physically, but emotionally, too. Dealing with a chronic condition like type 1 diabetes takes a toll.
It does.
And this could really improve their quality of life. But what about the bigger picture? How might a drug like TTP-399 impact healthcare systems and costs on a broader scale?
That's a crucial point. If TTP-399 proves to be cost-effective, it could lead to significant savings for healthcare systems worldwide. Think about it. Fewer hospitalizations due to severe hypoglycemia, reduced need for intensive monitoring, and potentially even a decrease in insulin usage overall.
Wow.
Those are all substantial cost reductions.
So it's not just about individual patients, it could have a ripple effect. Across the entire healthcare landscape. It makes you wonder what kind of domino effect this could have on research and development in the diabetes field. Could a breakthrough like this inspire a wave of innovation?
Absolutely. TTP-399's success could open up entirely new avenues for research. Imagine scientists inspired to develop even more targeted therapies, not just for type 1, but for type 2 diabetes as well. This could be a catalyst pushing the boundaries of what's possible in chronic disease management.
It's like that old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. We're talking about the potential to reshape the future of diabetes treatment and inspire advancements in other areas of medicine as well. But along with those potential benefits, we have to acknowledge the complexities of bringing a new drug to market. VTV Therapeutics has formed these strategic partnerships, and we talked about potential buyouts. How do those factors play into making TTP-399 available to the people who need it?
You've hit on a key point. It's not just about scientific discovery. It's about navigating the intricate world of pharmaceutical commercialization. The partnerships with Synerex Pharma and G42 Healthcare are vital. Synerex provides crucial financial backing and strategic guidance, while G42 brings expertise in research infrastructure and planning for a successful global launch.
So it's like assembling a team of experts.
It is.
Each with their own strengths to make sure TTP-399 reaches its full potential.
Precisely. And then there's the elephant in the room, the possibility of a larger pharmaceutical company acquiring VTV Therapeutics.
We talked about Novo Nordisk potentially wanting to bring TTP-399 back into the fold, but what about other companies? Like Eli Lilly, Sanofi, or AstraZeneca? What would make them jump into the ring?
For these giants, it's about staying ahead of the curve and capturing market share. TTP-399, with its potential to be a first-in-class oral therapy for type 1 diabetes, would be a prized asset for any of them. It could give them a significant competitive edge.
So it's a high-stakes poker game with VTV Therapeutics holding a very strong hand. But even with all the potential benefits and the intricate business dealings, there's another layer we need to consider, right?
Absolutely. While we celebrate the progress and the potential, we can't overlook the importance of responsible development and distribution.
What do you mean by responsible development? What are the key things we need to be thinking about as TTC-399 moves closer to becoming a reality?
It's about making sure that this groundbreaking treatment benefits those who need it most, regardless of their socioeconomic status or geographic location.
Right.
We need to have open and honest discussions about pricing and distribution, ensuring that TTP-399 doesn't exacerbate existing healthcare disparities.
It's a reminder that scientific innovation is only truly meaningful when it's accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And as we move forward, it's crucial that healthcare professionals and patients alike are well informed about the appropriate use of TTP-399.
Okay.
Clear guidelines and responsible prescribing practices will be paramount in ensuring its safe and effective use.
It's a delicate balance, embracing the possibilities while acknowledging the complexities.
Right.
But these conversations are essential to ensure that TTP-399's journey from the lab to the real world is guided by ethical considerations and a commitment to equitable access.
Well said. And remember, the CTT1 trial is still ongoing.
Right.
Those phase 3 results will be the ultimate litmus test, revealing whether TTP-399 truly lives up to its promise.
So as we eagerly await those results, let's shift our focus to the CTT1 trial itself.
Okay.
What's the design of this crucial trial?
Sure.
What are the specific outcomes researchers are looking for, and what might those results tell us about the future of TTP-399 and its potential to revolutionize type 1 diabetes treatment?
That's where we'll dive in next. The TT1 trial holds the key to unlocking the next chapter in this remarkable story.
All right, so we've journeyed through the intricate science behind TTP-399, explored the high-stakes world of pharmaceutical development, and even pondered the potential impact on patients and healthcare systems. But now the moment of truth. Let's dive into the CT1 trial.
Okay.
The phase 3 study that holds the key to TTP-399's future.
The TTP1 trial is where all those hopes and expectations are put to the test. This is where we find out if TTP-399 can deliver on its promise in a real-world setting.
So walk us through it. What exactly are researchers hoping to learn from the CT1 trial? What's the big question they're trying to answer?
The primary objective is crystal clear: determine whether TTP-399, when used alongside insulin therapy, is both safe and effective for adults with type 1 diabetes. They're digging deep to see if it improves blood sugar control and crucially reduces those dreaded hypoglycemic episodes without introducing any new risks.
Okay, that makes sense. But research is all about specifics. What are the key measures they're tracking to determine if TTP-399 is a success?
One of the primary endpoints is HbA1c, a measure of average blood sugar levels over a 2 to 3 month period. It's like a long-term report card for blood sugar control.
So if TTP-399 is doing its job, we should see a significant improvement in those HbA1c numbers, right?
Yes, exactly. Lower HbA1c means better overall blood sugar control, which is the ultimate goal for type 1 diabetes management. But remember, safety is equally important. Researchers are meticulously tracking hypoglycemic events, not just how often they occur, but also their severity. They're even using continuous glucose monitors to get a detailed picture of blood sugar fluctuations throughout the entire day.
So it's about understanding the full impact, not just the averages, but the peaks and valleys that can make life with type 1 diabetes so challenging. It seems like they're leaving no stone unturned now for the million-dollar question: when will we get those much-anticipated results? We know the trial is expected to wrap up in 2026, but does that mean we'll have answers right away?
Science, unfortunately, doesn't work at the speed of the internet. After the trial concludes, there's a significant amount of data to analyze and interpret. Plus, the researchers will likely want to present their findings at major medical conferences and publish them in peer-reviewed journals. So realistically, we're probably looking at late 2026 or early 2027 before we have a clear picture of what this CT1 trial revealed.
So a bit of a waiting game, but that makes sense. Thorough analysis takes time, and those peer-reviewed publications help ensure the validity and credibility of the findings in the meantime. As we wait with bated breath, what are some things we can look for as potential indicators of success?
Well, if TTP-399 truly delivers on its promise, we should see a noticeable improvement in HbA1c levels in the group receiving the drug compared to the control group, and just as crucial, that improvement shouldn't come at the cost of increased hypoglycemia.
So better blood sugar control without those dangerous lows, that's the winning combination. But I can't help but think back to our earlier discussions about the potential ripple effects of TTP-399. If those results are truly groundbreaking, could this be more than just a new treatment?
Absolutely. A successful outcome for TTP-399 could spark a paradigm shift in how we approach type 1 diabetes management. And even more broadly, it could inspire a wave of innovation, leading to new treatment strategies for other chronic conditions as well.
It's incredible to think about the possibilities, not just for the millions living with type 1 diabetes, but for the future of medicine as a whole.
It's a reminder that scientific breakthroughs often have a ripple effect, creating waves that extend far beyond their initial target.
Well, folks, it seems we've reached the end of our deep dive into TTP 399. We've covered a lot of ground, dissecting the science, unraveling the business strategies, and contemplating the potential impact on patients' healthcare systems and even the future of medical research. It's been a fascinating journey filled with twists and turns, moments of hope, and of course, that lingering anticipation for what those KT1 trial results will reveal.
While we may have to wait a bit longer for those definitive answers, one thing is certain: TTP 399 represents a beacon of hope for the millions living with type 1 diabetes, and a testament to the power of human ingenuity to overcome challenges and improve lives.
It's been a pleasure unpacking this complex and compelling story with you, and until we meet again for another deep dive, keep those minds curious and those questions flowing.